Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we've got 99 cards, cause Commander's number one. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel. I've got Sherman with me once again. Sherman, how you doing?
Doing good. Just coughing off a lung right now because of allergies. How about you?
I am good. I am just out here living the dream, living life large. I just went and got my Warhammer stuff, which is exactly what I wanted to do with my day. And then other than that, kind of not really any different than I was last week. We're doing a double one this week because you're busy next week and I'm also busy. So
yep. We're in that part of our lives when we're like, there's something going on every single week.
yeah, right. It's summertime kind of always ends up being like that. Like I've got this week we're out of town. We're on vacation on the week that this will come out and everything. So we're not in Berta anymore. And then the weekend after that, we got a wedding. Like it kind of just never ends and stuff. But no, other than that, I'm good. I will by then have a bunch of the Hobbit cards and I'll have my notary decks. Let's go.
Those Hobbit cards, man, like they look. There are some bangers there for sure.
Yeah, silly deck. I did make the budget version of it up. I look at your budget though, and then I'm like, man, this is how you do a budget version. Yeah. Let's hit our sponsor stuff. If you want any of these cards we're about to talk about, go to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. It's going to get you a checkout, discount at checkout. It's going to get you a checkout. Go to nerdgear.ca, promo code IT99 again is also going to get you a discount at checkout. Links in the bio for all of these things. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, which I know everyone does here. It's great. Send us comments. It also helps us get, even if Daniel doesn't know how to build decks. I didn't even build this one, so don't do it on this one. But you can this is Sherman's deck. You could still just say Daniel doesn't know how to build decks. But then, yeah, if you want to come chat decks with us, Patreon's the best way to do it. Easiest way to directly support us. And let's just jump into this because this is an insane budget deck you have for us. We've got first, I think it was Slothy that initially showed me this card, and it's become one of my favorite things to have brewed lately. It's such a strong card. I'll let you read us our commander and stuff, and we go from there. But it's a monster card.
Yeah, it's a fun card. Oh, excuse me. See what I mean? Like coughing up along here. We have Hawkeye, Young Avenger for 3 in a red. So we're playing a mono red here. Legendary creature, human archer hero, that's a 2/4 has reach. All right, fine. What we care about is the fact that if a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, instead, it deals that much damage plus X, where X is Hawkeye's power. So, this is just devastating. It's kill on sight most of the time. Let's just be truthful here. You see this, you're just gonna murder it the single chance you get. So the key to this is basically trying to either hold back or try to bait things out. But the fact that like you're adding 2 damage just base off of her is crazy. When you pump her up, then it gets even crazier, right?
Well, the fact even that you can just lightning bolt for 10 or for 10% of their health, like for 5 damage is a lightning bolt. It is an insane thing already, right? That turns lightning bolt into, like, people don't really play it in Commander because it's not enough to hit like the creature removal, right? But 5 removes a lot of stuff, like Sans, Dragon, and big like angels and stuff like that. Like 5 removes the majority of creatures. Like
and a lot of people are getting in a lot of chip damage early in the game. Like a lot of people are starting to understand, especially with the new sets like the turtles and everything, where a lot of people are doing like ninjutsu and sneak and everything. Mm-hmm. And then you have things like, not as popular, but like max speed and everything. You want to get that damage in early. Stuff like that. So people tend to have like early blockers just in case, because of that. So a lot of people are trying to get in chip damage from time to time. And we're seeing life totals drop really quickly. Mm-hmm. So something like this just adds to the fire.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing, it's not even to the one thing, right? If you can end the festivities, just the 1 drop end the festivities is like a 3 board wipe, right? Like that's insane. It
is.
The power that, like, again, the fact you're able to keep it so low budget, like $66 for this deck is insane. But the fact that like you can put out so much damage is just incredible in a deck like this.
Yeah. And I do have a non-budget version, which it'll be in the show notes and more certain. But you know me, I like to talk more of the budget stuff, just because that's more of my thing.
I was like I was saying before we started into it, I've built my own and stuff, right? And I initially when I saw this card, my thought process was fiery emancipation, like all these like damage triplet, and I was like, you don't need it. Like after I saw like how like the deck was coming together, I was like, oh, I don't need that. This is already outputting insane damage.
Yeah. Like my first thoughts for this was Mana Barbs.
Mana Barbs is brutal. 3 damage every time you tap is crazy. Mana Barbs, Zozu the Punisher.
Yeah. Three that you know of though. Like if I throw down the Bloodlust and everything, it becomes 6. Well, 7 damage every time you tap a land.
You're not wrong. Yeah, it is 3 that you know of, and that's if it doesn't get buffed up. Like the fact that this commander can do so much. I love seeing the uncommon commanders just kind of shine, right? And
yeah,
I'm excited to see. I'm looking at this one live. I have no idea what you've put into it, but I'm excited to see it. Let's jump into ramp. We've got an Arcane Signet. We're in mono red. We need to ramp. So 2 colorless, taps for 1 mana of our commander's identity.
And after that, we have a Blitz Ball for 3 mana. It's an artifact. Tap to add 1 mana of any color, and it has gold for tapping. Sacrifice an artifact. Draw 2 cards. Activate only if an opponent was dealt combat damage by a legendary creature this turn. Doesn't have to be yours. Can be anyone's legendary.
I like that. I never actually thought about it that side. We have Commander Sphere basically kind of doing the same thing. Another 3 mana rock, taps for 1 of any color, so red, and sack this artifact, draw a card.
Then we have your traditional Fire Diamond. 2 mana, enters in, tapped, and gives you a red mana.
Yeah. I don't see the next card very often, but I like it. I like the art of all the Hedron stuff. Hedron Crawler, 2 colorless for a 0/1 construct, and it taps for colorless.
Yeah, so like we're like red and white, you don't really have many mana, like mana sources and everything. So we gotta go a little bit more budget friendly here. So Hedron Crawler is, just a mana dork, right? So it's kind of nice. We do have the next one here. It's going to be Heraldic Banner for 3 mana. As this artifact enters, choose a color. Red. Creatures you control of the chosen color gets +1/+0, and you tap it to add 1 mana of the chosen color.
The problems begin.
Yeah, problems begin.
The problems begin.
3 power and stuff too.
Yeah, 3 extra damages. Again, already the 2 extra damage is crazy.
It's already annoying.
Yeah. But now it's up to 3. Yeah. We drop our Iron Mirror next. 2 colorless for a 1/1 mirror that taps for red.
After that, you have a Mannequin for 2 mana. The 1/1 that taps for a colorless mana.
I like the really quickly. I like the use of these creature dorks instead of just like the rocks.
It's more fun. Like I said, like we're getting in chip damage. We want to have early blockers just in case, because a lot of people have like the sneak and all that stuff for ninjutsu. So
yeah, like I said, I like these little ones. Very easy. Like you can Soul Ring into these pretty great, and then be really really set up for an aggressive turn 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think I have a Soul Ring here just because it doesn't fit the budget.
That's hilarious. You don't need it, but you could. We've got our Mind Stone next. 2 colorless. It taps for a colorless and pay 1, sack it, draw a card.
After that, we have an Ornithopter of Paradise for 2 mana. It's a 0/2 Thopter that has flying and tap to add 1 mana of any color.
The next card I love, and I put in so many decks. It's such a cool little dork. Sunset Strike Master, 1 in red for a 3/1 human monk, which is great. I love powerful Llanowar Elf in red. Taps for a red, but then it also has 2 a tap, 2 in a red and a tap. Sack it. It deals 6 damage to target creature with flying. That's 8 damage. That blows basically every creature off the board.
Yeah, it's really nice. I like the fact that Wizards has started to do more mana dorks in colors for red. So it is really nice to see stuff like this. And plus, like it's a 3/1. So like if someone still has no creatures on the battlefield and it comes to your turn,
it's a beater.
You're not swinging in for like 1 damage. You're swinging in for 3 for a mana dork.
Yeah, it's a beater. Yeah.
Yeah. After that, another newer card here. Zookeeper Mechan, whatever you want to call it, for 1 in red. It's an artifact creature that's a robot. It's a 1/3. Tap to add a red, And for 6 in a red, so 7 mana, target creature you control gets +4/+0 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. I always say O instead of 0.
Yeah, that's the fact that you can late game, even if you just have this little dork late game and you buff that up, your commander's now a 6.
Yeah.
6 extra damage is insane.
And then you lightning bolt or even a shock.
Yeah. Shock for 8.
Yeah. Stupid.
Burning people to a crisp. Yeah. We've got our card advantage section here. We I like to loot in red, so I like the direction of it already. We got a big score. So 3 in a red as an additional cost to cast. So we discard a card. You draw 2, create 2 treasures. So it's you're pretty much you're going higher positive on it for sure.
Yeah, definitely love seeing the fact that they're reprinting big score quite often. So it's really, really good. It's still like priced more than $1, but more and more people are, or you're seeing it more often. So just pick one up and you'll use it all the time.
They're great. Yeah.
The next card is something that I've always wanted to play. Just you don't really see it often because there's no real reason to. It's called Browbeat for 2 in a red. It's a sorcery. Any player may have Browbeat deal 5 damage to him or her. If no one does, that player, our target player draws 3 cards. So, with our commander out, without our commander, it's already 5 damage. Who wants to take 5 damage to the face? No one, right? But with your commander, it's more guaranteed that someone's gonna, like, everyone's gonna say no, and so you get your 3 cards for 3 mana, which is a crazy, trade. So,
yeah. Well, normally, again, you're not getting your 3 card. I'll take 5, but knowing how big the commander has potential to get and stuff, do I want to risk 10? Taking like 13 damage to not have, you draw your cards. I'm good.
Yeah.
No,
so that's
good.
The nice thing about it. So
again, even at the minimum of your commander, that's 7 damage to stop you from drawing 3 cards. I don't know if that's a price I'd pay in a lot of games.
Yeah, most people won't.
No, unless
you're a life gain deck, you won't.
No, that's a chunk. We've got Cathartic Reunion next. 1 in a red, just another sorcery as an additional cost to cast it. Discard 2, you draw 3.
After that, we have Charging Strife Knight, 2 in a red. It's a Spirit Knight that's a 3/3. I'm looking forward to playing around with this. It's from the new Secrets of Strixhaven here. It has haste, and you can tap it to discard a card, and you draw a card. So nice rummage effect.
Yeah. We have a Combustible Gear Hulk next. I love all the Gear Hulks. They're so cool. 4 double red for a first striking construct. 6/6. When it enters, target opponent may have you draw 3. Again, you're getting the 3 if you target me. If the player doesn't, you mill 3 cards, then Combustible Gear Hulk deals damage to that player equal to the total mana value of those cards. That's too big of a problem. Even if we look at like the last 3 cards alone, that's 6, that's 8 damage, that's 10 damage to stop you. That's a quarter of your health, 25% of your health gone because you didn't want me to draw my 3 cards.
Have fun. Give me the 3. That's all I ask. After that, it's going to be Demand Answers for 1 in red. It's an instant. An additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact, or discard a card, and you get to draw 2 cards.
Yeah. I like all these loot ones. We have Diary of Dreams next. That's cool artwork. 2 colorless for a book. Whenever you cast instant or sorcery, put a page counter on it. Easy. 5 in a tap, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less for each page counter on it. That's a great spell slinging draw.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's a great budget piece. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really, really nice. Like 5 is a lot, but like if you, like you said, if you're a spell slinger and you casting a lot of instant sorcery spells, 5 spells is nothing.
Yeah.
After that, we have a good old staple, Faithless Looting for a single red sorcery. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. It also has flashback for 2 in a red.
I got my phone out to take a picture of the next card. I don't really play this in anything, and this is really cool. 5 colorless. I've got a lot of decks that make copies of artifacts like Saheeli and stuff. 5 colorless is an artifact. Whenever a source an opponent controls deals damage to you, if it's untapped, you may draw a card. That's sick.
Yeah. The only problem with this is just that it's 5 mana. That's like one of the bad things about it. But at the same time, it's like for 5 mana, the chance of you drawing cards from someone else taking damage constantly. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Well, again, the fact that even if they swing like 3 little, I swing 3 tokens, I take 6, I draw my cards because you deal their individual sources, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
next one's fun. Next one is Mob Verdict for 2 double red. It's a sorcery. It has secret council, so each player secretly votes for another player. Then those votes are revealed. For each vote an opponent receives, Mob Verdict deals 2 damage to that player and each creature that player controls. For each vote you receive, draw a card.
That's a rough, because that's board wipe. You're board wiping pretty much anyone you vote on.
Yeah, pretty much. So chances are everyone's gonna vote for you.
You hit me with Mob Verdict when I'm playing my Notary Hobbits. You hit me and my 50 halflings.
Yeah.
I get voted. My halflings take 16 damage.
Plus, you also take like the damage yourself as well because it's you and the creatures.
Yeah, no, that's a cool card. I'd let you draw. We have a pirates. I didn't like the art direction of the clue set. I thought it was kind of goofy, like the hat magic. But it had so many good cards in it that I can't help but be like, all right, this was pretty good. The morph deck, like the disguise deck, is still such a fun deck to play. It's barely changed. Like, I really, really liked that. Every time I find myself looking back at it, I'm like, you know what? That was pretty good. It was well flavored.
It was well flavored. It's just people just did not care for it because they're like, oh, it's a murder mystery, but this is not fantasy. It's like, once again, like, come on, guys.
True. We have our Pirates Pillage next. 3 colorless and a red. As an additional cost, we discard a card. Draw 2 cards, create 2 treasures. Big score at home. Number 2.
Yeah. Next one is fun. Is Seize the Spoils. I'm glad they reprinted this as well. It's for 2 in a red. Sorcery. As additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure. Another nice one. I love it.
Yep. I like those ones that give me treasure and let me throw away some of the stuff.
Yeah, I do too.
And then Thrill of Possibilities is our last one here. We have 1 in red. As an additional cost, you cast to cast it, you discard again, and we draw 2. So lots of looting that we can do here to dig through the deck to find what we need.
Yeah. So now we get into nitty gritty. So this one section, me causing indirect damage. We have 15 cards here, so we have quite a few to go through here. Starting it off with Brimstone Trebuchet for 2 in a red. It's an artifact creature wall. It has defender. It has reach. It's a 1/3. It has tap. The Trebuchet deals 1 damage to each opponent. Whenever a knight enters the battlefield under your control, untap the Brimstone Trebuchet. So it's just the fact that it deals damage to everyone.
Well, again, it's a lightning bolt on a tap every turn.
Yeah.
And it's a great defender. Even if you are getting through the defender, it's blocking your dragon and then pinging the table that's 9 damage on a tap.
Yep.
That's a lot. We've got our Chandra, Fire of Kaladesh, 1 double red for a 2/2 human shaman legendary creature. Whenever you cast a red spell, untap it. Giant problem. You tap Chandra, Fire of Kaladesh, 1 damage to target player. So 3 damage, which you can flip this easy then. If Chandra's dealt 3 or more damage this turn, exile her, then return her to the battlefield, transformed under your owner's control. So 1-shot transforms her. And then you basically get to do 3, immediately flip her over to Roaring Flame. Then the +1, it's a Planeswalker with 4 loyalty starting. +1, Chandra deals 2 damage to target player, which is, again, 4 damage. So huge. It's 7 damage. The math of this is a interesting deck because like I said, we for 3 mana, we tap, we do 1 damage, which is now 3. It flips. We do 2 damage, which is now 4. So we've done 7 damage at 3 mana. Very efficient. Or -2. Roaring Flame deals 2 damage to target creature, so a nice wipe. Or -7. 6 damage to each opponent. 8. Or each player dealt... Holy, that's gross. Shadow Roaring Flame deals 6 damage to each opponent. Each player dealt damage this way gets an emblem with, at the beginning of your upkeep, this emblem deals 3 damage to you. That's a problem.
Yeah, it is a problem. So, and like it's nice that we can flip Chandra easily here, because the old school way is you attack a Chandra, you do your 2 damage, you cast a spell to untap Chandra, and then you tap for the 3rd damage, and then you can flip, right?
Yeah.
We don't have to go through the attack step, which is the most tricky part.
Yeah, you can just get it going off really quick.
Yeah, you don't care. It's just like whatever, because our commander helps it, right? The next one is Coruscation Mage. Whatever. The one from Bloomburrow. The set that we always love. One in the red. It's a Nodder. It's a wizard. It's a 2/2. It has Offspring for 2. To remind everyone about Offspring, you may pay an additional 2 mana as you cast a spell. If you do, when this creature enters, create an additional 1/1 token that's a copy of it. And it has the ability of, when you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent.
I'd be guilty of only wanting to Offspring this. I'd have to.
Which is fine.
I know in my heart I could play it early, but I need to have the Offspring. He's gotta have his little baby.
But like these are nice just because like you don't have to cast non-creature spells. You can just throw out there and be like, hey, we're cool, we're chill, you know.
It is.
And people tend not to care about 1 damage too much, but it's just like I said, when you bring out your commander, that's when it's like kill on sight.
Yeah, when 1 becomes 4, it's kind of a problem pretty quick.
Yeah.
We have an electrostatic field next, a 0/4 defender wall for 1 in red. When you cast instant or sorcery, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, which again is just this whole section is just gonna shred the table.
Yeah. Our goal is just to dump as much as we can out as fast as we can, try to build that engine and then just go nuts and just go have an explosive turn. Because, you know, we're almost like a glass cannon at this point in time, which is fine. Next one is Erebor Flamesmith for 1 in the red. It's a dwarf. It's an artificer. That's a 2/1. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Yeah. I like all these cards too.
They're nice and cheap. You can pick them up in any kind of bulk bin or just ask friends. Everyone will have these.
True. Next, we have a Firebrand Archer, 1 in the red for a 2/1 human archer, doing the same kind of thing. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. It's going to just chunk these people down.
Yeah. The next card, in all honesty, I might take out just because it is so expensive, and I'd rather bring that budget down a little bit further. So it's a Kessig Flame Breather for 1 in the red. It's a human, it's a shaman, it's a 1/3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. This one, compared to everything else, this is $5.
But again, the fact that you can keep it so cheap with a $5 card, pretty good.
Yeah. But once again, I like bringing it down. I'm aiming for under $50 or $60. Right now it's 66. I'm just like, can I bring it down a little bit more?
But it does really do what you need it to do, right?
It really does.
We have our Kindle Spark duo next. 2 in a red for a 1/3 Lizard Otter. You can tap Kindle Spark Duo to deal 1 damage to target opponent, and whenever you cast a non-creature, you untap it. So again, just big shenanigans.
After that, we have Raphael Tough Turtle for 1 in a red. Legendary creature, Mutant Ninja Turtle. It's a 1/3 and it has Alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters, Ralph deals 1 damage to target opponent.
I like that.
It's fun. I like it a lot.
I like that one a lot. We have basically the same thing, but with artifacts in our Reckless Fireweaver. 1 in red for a human artificer 1/3. Whenever an artifact enters under your control, Reckless Fireweaver deals 1 damage to each opponent. And again, think about all that loot with the treasure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do have some treasures coming in from time to time. We don't have a lot of artifacts, so people tend to not kill off Reckless Fireweaver right away, which is what you see a lot of people do, because you mainly see this in huge artifact builds, right? But people will see us and be like, well, you don't have that many artifacts, so we should be okay. And that's the key here. It's just like not enough to want to kill it on site, but just enough to like be annoying. So, and then after that, we have the next one, Sabo Tender. It's 1 in a red for a plant. That's the 2/1. It has reach and it has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Again, just horrendous amounts of damage.
Yeah. Just damage here and there, whatever, right? It doesn't matter.
I play a land for turn 9 damage. We've got Turbo Valakut. Yeah. Turbo Valakut, yeah. Next, we have a Spear Spewer. 1 red for a 0/2 Goblin Warrior with Defender. Tap Spear Spewer deals 1 damage to each player.
And then we have a Spitfire Lagak. I don't know how you pronounce the last part. It's 3 in a red, so 4 mana. One of our higher costing things. It's a lizard that's a 3/4, and it also has landfall, where a land you control enters. This creature deals damage to each opponent. So just like the other one, Lands come in, boom, boom, boom. Everyone takes damage.
True. Yeah, that's again another gigantic problem. I love the next card too. We've got our Sunshot Militia, 1 in a red, Human Soldier 1/3. So again, a lot of just like kind of passively nice like blocker damage people. But we have tap 2 untapped artifacts and or creatures you control, which is great. Sunshot Militia deals 1 damage to each opponent. Activate only as a sorcery is a great way to just drop it and end the game late.
Yeah, it is fun. And then the last one we have is going to be Thermal Alchemist for 1 in a red. Human Shaman Defender 0/3. This creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, untap this creature. This little guy, Wizard Commander, can be a game ender, can be a finisher.
Yeah. Well, because the other thing is, right now, all of this damage has been gross and disgusting and inappropriate. And that's before we pump the commander up, before the commander has any extra power. That's just with 2 extra damage, right? Landfall, 1 damage plus 2 is already gross. But you can pump your commander. That's the problem. That's where the big problem comes from. Because like you said, every time you just get any of these things going, you just kill the table so fast. Like 3 damage every land is gross. 3 damage every time you cast a sorcery. Every time you're ramping your mana out, you're just discarding cards like you're just back-to-back Faithless Looting, I'm going to Cathartic Reunion, those kind of things. That damage adds up very, very fast.
And that's the thing, like, because the damage is adding up fast, you are going to be the enemy at the table. A lot of people are going to attack you. So a lot of our guys, as you saw, tend to have bigger butts than usual to help mitigate the attacking damage a little bit. But you're gonna be taking a lot of damage here. So we're, like I said, we want to try to build a board presence and just one shot people if possible.
Yeah.
That brings us to the next section here where your opponents are causing their own damage.
You causing damage. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah, stop hitting yourself.
I'll start us off here with Avalanche of Sector 7. 2 in a red for a star 3 human revel with menace. Avalanche of Sector 7's power is equal to the number of artifacts your opponents control, which is great. Whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact they control, Avalanche of Sector 7 deals 1 damage to that player. That's pretty gross. That one can be really, really rough. If all your ramp, like I'm super guilty of all my ramp being in rocks all the time, right? So I tap 4 rocks. I take, what's that? That's 12 damage for it, just at the base power. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then you have your treasures, your clues, your foods, like all that stuff.
Yeah. Anything where you want to sack your treasures is going to cost you minimum 3 damage.
Like I considered making this into a commander just so I can like hunt down Microsoft Lattice to make everything on the back and everyone deal damage to themselves.
Tap my land. It hurts. Tap my land.
It hurts. It hurts so much.
Please.
The next one we have is going to be Gimli, Counter of Kills for 3 in a red. Legendary creature, Dwarf Warrior, that's a 4/3. It has trample. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, Gimli deals 1 damage to that creature's controller.
Board wipe, I dare you.
Yeah, I dare you to board wipe. I dare you to.
Yeah, that's gross.
It's a problem.
Yep. We have our Harsh Mentor next. 1 in a red for a human cleric. It's a 2/2. Whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land on the battlefield, if it's not a mana ability, 2 damage to that player. Yeah.
It does work.
It does work. I put it in decks where I'm just trying to be annoying.
Yeah. And it does like 2 damage here, 2 damage there. Like, granted, a lot of abilities are triggered abilities now or ETBs, but like you still have people that play with abilities, and yeah, this just does it. So, next one is Hissing Iguanar, sure. For 2 in a red. It's a lizard. It's a 3/1. Whenever another creature dies, you may have it deal 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. Planeswalker is a nice one. I like that.
Yep. Which again, a nice piece that you can. The other thing is you can target it whenever you like to, which is great. One like board sweep can kill an entire table with that, and it's anti super friends if you have an Atraxa player.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Yeah. We have a Mage Bane Lizard, 1 and a red for a 1/4. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, Mage Bane Lizard deals damage equal to that player, equal to the number of non-creature spells they've cast this turn. That's really gross. That's very bad.
It's very bad for everyone else. It's very nice for you.
I just double checked Hawkeye for the next card, and that is very cool that it works. Yeah, so you the doubling is only to your opponent's things. Your things aren't affected by extra damage. Extra damage isn't our problem.
That is correct. That's why Mana Barbs is nice.
That Mana Barbs is nice. Yeah, we'll take 1, you take your 3. Grow up. Yeah. We're all taking damage here. We're all in the same ship.
Yeah, just mine's a little bit slower acting than yours. We all took the poison here. Just mine's a little bit slower.
Exactly. Meanwhile, the ship is 3 damage. Yeah. Your next here.
Oh, mine that. Next one, last one here is going to be Rampaging Frostodon for 2 in red. It's a dino that's a 3/3. It has menace and has players can't gain life. That is really important for your deck. Trust me, it's really important. And whenever another creature enters, Rampaging Frostodon deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. Really, really, really important for those token generators.
Scoot Swarm away, brother. Scoot Swarm away.
Yeah, Scoot Swarm away, please. By all means, Scoot Swarm away.
By all means, I'm leaving it alone. No one's removing it. We don't believe in removal at this table. Please play your cards. Avenger of Zendikar, you say. Interesting.
Go play your Notary Hobbits. Go throughout your doubling season. You go through all your parallel lives. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, parallel evolution. I'm going to make 30 Hobbits die immediately.
Yeah.
The can't gain life too is very important in burn. Okay, we have
really, really, really important.
We have our interaction section next here. It's small. Yeah. It's small for a Sherman deck. Interesting. But I guess the whole deck is.
It's small because you have so much stuff that's dealing all this damage.
Yeah, you have a lot of passive removal.
Yeah.
So we have an Abrade, 1 in a red for an instant. You deal 3 damage to target creature or destroy target artifact.
After that, you got your good old classic Chaos Warp for 2 in a red. It's an instant. The owner of target's permanent shuffles it into their library, then reveals the top card of their library. If it's a permanent card, they put it onto the battlefield.
Yeah, I like that. We have our Earthquake. X and a red deals X damage to each creature without flying in each player. So a huge sweep.
Very, 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 very nice sweep. And then after that, we have Fire Prophecy for 1 in a red. It's an instant. Fire Prophecy deals 3 damage to target creature. You may put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. If you do, draw a card. So I like that. It's almost like a scry in a sense.
Yep.
You know, you just put the land on the bottom and hopefully draw something better or something else that just, puts more fuel to the fire for you.
Or just something you don't need at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the aforementioned Lightning Bolt. It had to be in the deck. 1 red. It's an instant. 3 damage to any target. Pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew. After that, we have a Vandal Blast for a single red. Destroy target artifact you don't control. But it also has an overload for 5 mana.
I hate this card. People don't play this card very often anymore. I don't see it played too much, but it hurts me every time. I
personally don't like Vandal Blast, but it actually works fairly well in this deck. So I'm like, why not?
I bet it.
In there.
I bet it does.
I need more board wipes.
Yeah, true. Now we have some utility.
Yeah. We have utility. Utility is, you know me, I always have a utility section where it's just like, it just does stuff. I don't really know how else to categorize it, but it's just fun stuff that I tend to utilize.
Uncategorize things, yeah.
Yeah. Is it me or you?
I'll take it. Ancestral Anger is our first one. It's 1 red for a sorcery. Target creature gets trample and XO till end of turn, where X is 1 plus the number of cards named Ancestral Anger in your graveyard. Draw a card. That 1 damage is almost always going to be like multiplicative. Multiplicative?
Yeah.
I can't speak today. It's going to multiply. It's going to multiply. I'm tired. This is my bedtime.
It is going to multiply. It is fun.
And it's draw.
Yeah, and it's like you just draw a card at the same time, which is nice. So, like I said, I don't really know where to put it, but it's just nice to have. The next one is going to be Arcbond. Arcbond. 2 in a red. It's an instant. Choose target creature. Whenever that creature is dealt damage this turn, it deals that much damage to each other creature and each player.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
It's really, really fun. It's one of those gacha cards that I've been sort of slowly playing and adding 2 decks from time to time. So it works like 50% of the time and works 100% of the time, kind of deal.
It's a cool, like, it is a cool card. It's a fun combat trick for sure.
Yeah, there's another card that you could throw in that does basically the same thing but better. I think it's called Pain for All. Let me look it up real fast here. Hang on. Scry Fall. Pain for All. I think it was. Pain for All. It is an aura. It is from the Edge of Eternities. So it's an enchantment aura for 2 and a red. When this aura enters, enchanted creature deals damage equal to its power to any target. So off the bat, it enters, you attach it to something, it deals damage. And then it has the ability, whenever enchanted creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to each opponent.
That's cool.
So Pain for All, way better. If you play with a card along those lines, throw that in instead. I like Arc Bond just because it's an instant as opposed to a sorcery speed for enchantment. So
that's fair. We have our Combustion Man next, the Human Assassin. Legendary creature for 3 double red. It's a 4/6. When Combustion Man attacks, destroy target permanent unless its controller has Combustion Man deal damage to them equal to his power. That's rough. Because, again, you're going to take a minimum of, when you're swinging with this, you're taking a minimum of 6 damage, or you're getting a permanent blown up. And I want my permanents. I don't want to lose my permanents, right? So you're taking a minimum of 6. But if this commander's big, then I might have to just, you know what I mean? I blow up your goose doubling season.
Yeah.
I like my goose doubling season.
Yeah. I blow up your lands. I blow up, your Maze of Ith.
Yeah.
Blow up your Soul Ring. So anything. It doesn't matter. Oh, except for emblems. But we'll get there one day. Hopefully.
One of these days.
One of these days. The day I die is when they'll have a way to remove emblems. Just watch.
True.
After that, though, we do have a fun card called Fire Servant. It is for 3 double red. It's an elemental. It's a 4/3. And has, if a red instant or sorcery spell you control would deal damage, it deals double that damage instead. So we do have the occasional increase besides our commander, but we don't have it in excess. We just like seeing it a little bit.
Like you said, we're being chill. We're being normal.
Yeah, we're being chill.
Being chill. We have a Fist of Flame next. Fists of Flame. 1 in the red. It's an instant. Draw a card until end of turn. Target creature gets trample and 1/0 for each card you've drawn this turn. Again, a gigantic problem in this deck because you can loot so easy, right?
And that's the thing. After you looted, let's say twice, right? So you've drawn 2 cards plus your card that you drawn at the beginning of the turn. That's 3 cards. Catch Fist of Flame. That's 4 cards. So your commander will get +4 plus 0 for each because you've drawn 4 cards.
Mm-hmm. And then
right?
then everything's 6 extra damage.
Yeah, it's kind of still
lightning bolt for 9.
After that, we do have a Hazard's Monument for 3 mana. It's a legendary artifact and it has red creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Do we care about that? It's nice, but it's not the best. It also has, whenever you cast a creature spell, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So we're rummaging every time we cast a creature. And we have a total of, let me double check here, 32 creatures in this deck.
Yeah, I was going to say, you do have a lot of creatures and a lot of little chump guys that now start coming out for 1 mana with this out.
Yeah. So it's nice, right? So we're filtering, we're going through our deck as fast as we can, trying to find the pieces that we really, really, really need. Not want, we need. That's the key. So even if we see something like, Fist of Flame, we'll discard the Fist of Flame if it means we can draw into something that we actually need.
Yeah. We have an Implement of Combustion next, which kind of goes into your game plan of wanting that one shot. It's 1 colorless. You can just start stacking these little things up and then trigger them all off at once.
Yeah.
But it's a 1 mana artifact. It sits on the battlefield, and for 1 and sack it deals 1 damage to target player. When it's put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you draw a card. Nice hand refill as well.
It's nice. It's good. And then the next card we have here is going to be good old-fashioned Mana Geyser. 3 double red. Sorcery. Add a red mana for each tapped land your opponents control. Once again, this is going to help us one shot because we're just going to have so much mana. We can start casting a bunch of stuff and then hopefully just, take them out or bring them out down so low that, it's very, very difficult for them to come back from it.
Yep. I love the next card so much. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's Queen Brawny, whatever it is. 2 in red. Braun?
Yeah.
All right. 2 in a red, 2/1 human noble with prowess. Don't care about that. No one cares about that. Whenever the queen herself, Queen Braun, attacks, create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. I love those tokens so much.
They're so annoying. Those stupid wizard tokens
I love
annoying.
those little black wizard tokens. They're so sick.
They are. So that is the deck. It's nice. It's simple. For the lands, nothing really major, because I like to keep my lands very, very simple so that you can change it, make whatever changes you want. It's very, very simple. But I do want to touch, as you can see here, I don't have a maybe board. And the only reason why, even though I normally have that, is because I have a non-version budget version.
Yeah, we have your actual version.
Yeah, we have my actual version, and if you go through it, a lot of it is all about getting more mana. That's all I care about. Because in the budget one, for my mana ramp stuff, okay, you have 12 cards, so because you have creatures and everything. In this one, I have 17 because I want more mana. So, because the more mana I have, the more I can do.
Yep.
Right. So I have my Electro Assault Battery where I don't lose mana as the phases go through. I have my Mana Flare. I have Neheb. Yeah, I have a lot of. I have Bergie. I have Neheb the Eternal, where post combat I add 1 red for each life all my opponents have lost this turn.
That's
so that
a
could
huge one. Yeah.
Exactly, right? So this is officially a real good way to just throw down stuff and one-shot people easily. But the price for this is closer to it's pushing 370 right now.
Well, yeah, you've got your Jessica's Will and stuff. Howling Mine, let's go.
Yeah, have a Howling Mine. So if you can go for the budget one, go for it. In all honesty, budget is a little bit more fun. Okay, because you're putting stuff out and everything, and you're building a board presence.
This one has the mana barbs we were talking about, and I do think the mana barbs, budget or not, that's such a cool card for this deck. The 3 in a red enchantment. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, 1 damage to that player. That's rough. That's a harsh thing to deal with.
It has things like that. It has things like Caltrops.
Yep. Oh, I like Caltrops too. That's funny.
Yeah, Caltrops, the price shot up dramatically because everybody wants it for the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Right? Because then you have infinite attacks, right? So it's it's a $20 card now, where it used to be a $12, $16 card. So it's shot up a little bit more. So it's a $20, but that's only if you can find it.
This card is a very cool card for a Bloodlust, the 1 in red. Target creature gets +4/-4 till end of turn. If this reduces that creature's toughness to less than 1, that creature's toughness is 1. I like that.
Oldie but goldie.
Yeah, 6. It turns into a 6/1. That's a great one.
Yeah, you have a lot of fun cards in the less budget friendly one.
In your utility one, that's a lot of the stuff that's in my deck is the Ancestor's Aid kind of stuff. Like the 1 in the red, you have there, target creature gets 2/0 first strike till end of turn, and you get your treasure. I have that in my ramp section, and I think it's so cool because that's basically for 1.
Yeah. And then, I have other things like Dual Caster Mage. I in mono red, I always have a Dual Caster Mage because if someone casts a counter spell, okay, I'll copy the counter spell and I counter your counter spell.
Yeah. I overloaded Psychrift. Well, we both overloaded Psychrift, so I hope you're happy. Yeah. So I hope. And
we have a lot of mana to use, so we have things like Past and Flame, where everything, all instant sorceries cards in our graveyard has flashback. Things like that.
Blasphemous Act, I see it in this deck. It's such a good board wipe, but I just don't think you need it in the I just don't think it's needed. But looking at this though, I do need this printing for my Mabel deck. I'm doing the mice right now. Oh man, I gotta have this one. I actually didn't even know that this one was one. I think this is probably from one of the commander decks.
This one's from this one specifically is from the commander deck for the new Strixhaven one. Yeah. But you have it in also reprinted in this from the Tarkir commander decks, and it's from like the Bloomberg commander as well.
Yeah.
So, and like you said, we don't really need the Blasphemous Axe. I just threw it in just because it's an easy board wipe for a single red.
But it works and stuff. But like when I was looking at the initial version, I had it in my pile, and it's one of the ones I ended up taking out because I just felt that Hawkeye cleared the board so easy already.
Oh yeah, 100%. So I'm just like, whatever, for a single red for a board wipe, I'm down for that. And that's the only reason why it's out there, right? So it's just a single red. You just wipe out, you just board wipe.
This one's not even that horrible of a price if you look at Deflecting SWAT as $100 card. Then it's like a $260, right? So
yeah. So like, yeah, if I took out a Deflecting SWAT, then yes, the price is definitely gonna drop by $100. So it'll be like $270, which is still a fair budget that most people tend to throw around for most decks anyways.
Yeah.
So if you take that out, throw in something else like Bolt Bend, and that's fine, or some sort of like, reroute to redirect something.
Yeah.
Still fine. But this is a deck where I'm just like, I can start throwing in like a bunch of stuff that that I haven't played with in ages. There's, more money. I'm playing with my money. So I might as well just throw it in.
One that's a great option for both of your versions is the Grape Shot, because you've got so much that you can go through. But Grape Shot, I also think kind of, again, I haven't had much chance to test my version, but I think Grape Shot's going to overperform, and it might be one of those cards I end up taking out.
It does overperform because it matters about the storm count. And when you include your opponent's casting spells, just like, like there's like a counter spell war. Okay, there's like 5 on the stack. Okay, well, Grape Shot. All right, you take a bunch of damage because Hawkeye's out.
Yeah. No, this is like this has a lot of like really, really cool routes to go. I think it's such a cool commander. I really like the version of the deck you did, like with your pingers, your untappers. Like I think a lot of people will end up, because it does who cares? It's 1 damage. I don't care. I'm not losing sleep over 1 damage. And then suddenly that 1 damage has really, really taken over.
Yeah. And that's the fun part about it. It's just like most people just don't care, but like the moment it comes up, it's just like, oh, well, I guess we're all dead. Okay, on to the next game. So, but yeah, that's the deck. And it's like, for this commander to be an uncommon is really weird. Like, it feels weird. It feels like it should be at least a rare, if not like a common rare, but they made an uncommon. Like, okay, sure, I'm fine. I'm down with that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Again, there's been some really cool uncommon stuff lately, and I do love seeing like the gems in that slot. But yeah, this one is one of the more exciting ones I've seen in the last little while.
Yeah,
and it's very straightforward. I kind of like a game where people don't need to sit there and, like, the rule 0 conversation aside, there's nothing else Hawkeye's gonna do. I'm gonna damage you. That's it.
Yeah.
My game plan is damaging you.
Yep. Yeah. It just, I don't care how. I'm just gonna hit you somehow. Yeah. Whether comment or not.
Decks like this too, I do like, because it is nice. Like, you're either waiting for someone to start, or it's the end of the night. We want to play one more, and it's like, okay, well, I'll play like a faster deck, because it just chunks people down so quick. This, like, group hug decks, group slug decks, I love all of them for that reason.
Yeah. Like this, you're ending the game close to turn 6, turn 7.
Yeah.
So it's not a combo piece. If it was combo piece, sure, like, turn 3, turn 4 kind of deal. We can probably figure that out and push it. So that's fine. But like, overall, if you do the setup and everything, turn 6, turn 7, game over.
It's really funny you say that, because I forgot about this until now. Generally, that's part of the rules.
System.
Yeah, the bracket conversation is what turn do you win on. But I never win on the turn I could win on. I always just screw around and wait to see how. So you know what I mean? Like, it's what turn do you win on? I'm like, I don't know, 9, 10. I win when I get 100 tokens. You need 100 tokens to win? No, but that's when I want to win.
Yeah.
It's
like you set those specific conditions for yourself, right? Like, it's turn 16. We should end it soon, but I have so many clues. I need to crack them all.
When I played the Notary last time, I had 20. At the point that I had 20 of those creatures, I was holding Preposterous Proportions. I could have cast it. I could have ended the game, but I didn't have enough Notaries. That's not what it's about.
yeah, it's never about that. It's about like how you're having fun and then going from there, right? So
Yeah. No, I like this deck a lot. I think it's very cool, and I think you were very creative with the budget on it.
I think I need to squeak the budget a little bit more.
Try and get it even lower. Oh, I also love Ori so much. I saw that in the list there. I love that card.
Oh yeah, in the not budget version, or
yeah, I think that's such a good card, and it should see way more play than it does.
A lot of people like this. One of those cards where like it's group hug, but not many people play it still, just because it's a 4 cost.
Well, the prevailing thing too is that like, oh, you shouldn't help your opponents. I'm like, but my opponents are normally my friends. That's the thing. I like to help my friends, and I don't care if my friends beat me because they're having a better time and their deck got to go off a little bit better. Oh no, that's not what upsets me. Now, if they play interaction against me, different story. Then that's what upsets me.
Yeah, the way I look at it is stuff like this. You are aiding your opponents, sure, but your opponents are your allies most of the time. Like 90% of the time, your opponents are your allies, and you're picking on the one opponent that's taking off. Okay, just make sure you're not the kingmaker constantly. You're not like in first place, and after that, you're good to go. It makes no difference. So that's how I like to play, at least. Because that way, everyone's like. You just redirect all the attention to someone else. I'm like, no, I'm not the problem. They're the problem because they're the one with the adversary. They have an indestructible for everything. Target them. And meanwhile, you just build up your board. Like, okay, I deal like 60 damage to everyone. Bye.
Yeah. Again, how easy you can end up blasting the table with this commander is crazy.
Yeah, it is fun. And like, that's not even considering like, throwing in things like, like let's say you put in like the Black Blade Reforged. Right. So if you have like 10 mana, okay, throw on the Hawkeye. Guess what? She has 12 power now. Let's lightning bolt you for 15 damage and see what happens. Right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Anyways, that's it.
Yeah, I like it. I'm happy with that. I think this is a very cool deck. I will hit our music, and I kind of want to know in comments and stuff what other people would put in this. Thank you for getting through another one of our episodes. If you like what you're hearing, like, share, subscribe. It really does help us out. What would you put in a deck like this? What direction would you have gone? And do you like to build? Like, what's your favorite uncommon commander? Let us know in comments. If you want to come directly talk with us and build decks with us, Patreon's the best and easiest way to do that. Come build decks, play spell table games with us, just have a great community to talk with, which is wonderful. We always go through the spoilers too, which is nice. And thank you for everyone who does support us on Patreon. If you want any of the cards we talked about, houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99 is going to get you your discount. Great stock on it, great prices. It supports a good business, supports us. And then the same with Nerd Gear. If you want sleeves to put these in, if you want a cool playmat for them, if you want like your dry erase tokens, your playmat sanctuaries, any of your game accessories, nerdgear.ca is going to have those. Promo code IT99 is going to get you a discount. And thank you guys for listening, and let me know what you would play, because I want to know this. I want to build more Hawkeyes. It's such a cool commander. $60 for a budget's awesome.
All right, laters.
Bye-bye.